Know who I am so you can better understand why I'm funny. It's definitely biological. I blame my parents. I was born almost 20 years ago to a black dad and a white mom, and I popped out Puerto Rican. Can't speak a lick of Spanish though. I can say hello and goodbye. That's the extent of it. So when I was growing up, I've always had the big head you guys see now, but my body wasn't as full. I mean, I've been working on these muscles for like... So my body wasn't as full as it is now. And they used to give me the nickname when I was walking around. I had this big old head and this little body. They would call me the chocolate lollipop. Yeah, that's a fun thing to be called. Run around the pool in swimming trunks, just run around, and everybody's like, hey, there goes the chocolate lollipop. Whoop, boom. Just falls right onto the chocolate lollipop head. Oh, wow, this is just, it's really hard for me to discuss this stuff. Like, all throughout most of my schooling, most of my young life, I was this awkward kid. The bus was not a very good place for me. I would get on, and the moment I got on is where all the gossip would begin. Everybody would be like, oh, did you hear the chocolate lollipop loves the new girl? Have you seen that? I'm like, no, shut up, I don't. It's not true, I don't like her. I'm like, oh, but chocolate lollipop's in love with her. And then she turns around and she's making all these faces at me like, oh, you love her, you're the chocolate lollipop. I'm like, excuse me, can you shut up and just drive the bus, please? It got on my nerves. I mean, and then the fact that everyone in school knew I peed the bed. Everyone did. It was a known thing. Everyone knows Nate pees the bed. Chocolate lollipop has bedwetting problems. I said that 5 times fast. Chocolate lollipop has bedwetting. Sorry. But I do remember the very day that my mom was like, Nate, you are done with diapers. You're done. She's like, Nate, your birthday's coming up soon. So I want you to be able to have underwear. I'm like, oh, Mom. With tears in my eyes, I looked at her and I said, Mom, that's the greatest birthday present any 16-year-old could ask for. So that was part of the problem. You shouldn't wet the bed in high school. Because sleepovers get awkward. Especially when you're forced to share a sleeping bag. Okay, see, now that sounds weird. Now that I say it, let me explain. We have 7 people in our family. 7 people. It's not funny. It's not funny. There's 7 people in our family. So there's 5 children, 2 adults. And seeing as there's so many people, we have very limited space. I mean, I had to share the room with my little brother. He was 8 and he had the same bedwetting problems as I did. But he had it until he was 18, and he's not 18 yet, so he's mad. But when we were getting in trouble at our house, it was very interesting. We have this one room at the front where there's this banister, almost like it's like where the royalty would stand. It's standing on the banister, overlooking the wooden floor room, the nice chandelier. And when we get in trouble, my dad would walk out first, and then the person who was in trouble would be in chains, kind of, was in chains. It'd usually be my little brother, because he's crazy. And they'd walk him out, sit him right in the middle. My mom would come afterwards, and she's holding this gigantic belt that's like huge. It's about that wide, and it's got Asian lettering on it that means I'm a bust with blood. So she'd have that, she'd be ready, and my dad would take out the scroll, and he'd unroll it, and he'd say, "The crimes are as follows." Usually wasn't a British accent, but I'm 9 and I want to have fun while someone's getting beat in front of me. So it was always set up like a medieval hanging in a sense. So you got the 2 people up top, and you have the people who are the pennilings, the groundlings down below, and then they just tell you, drop your pants, bend you over, and in front of everyone, you just getting beat. And the purpose wasn't to punish that person, it was to make an example to everyone else. Like, next time I catch you taking a cookie out of the cookie jar, I'm gonna bend you over and do the exact same thing. Needless to say, sitting is a hard thing for me now. That's quite a few cookies. Quite a few. So, when I used to perform improv with the team, a friend of mine was this really chill dude, and he's like, Nate, like, just the way you walk around, it really strikes me that you're a pacifist. I just looked at him and I said, if I struck you, I wouldn't be a pacifist. No? He said, touche. Touche. That very next day, I once again used my infallible logic on my teacher. Because yes, I am half black, which makes me Black, when I choose. It depends on the situation. If I'm in a room full of black people, I am black. How you doing? What's up? Hi, nice to see you. If I'm in a room full of white people, hello everyone. Nice to see you. Room full of Puerto Ricans, hey, ¿qué tal, hombre? ¿Qué pasa, amigo? Not that all Spanish people are high pitched. I don't want to say that. Some of them do have wonderful, gorgeous, caramel, deep voices. It just depends on the situation. So the teacher calls me out in class because I'm like, teacher, I don't like this whole slavery thing. I'm black. And she's like, you are not black. Okay, why? Well, you do not have black skin, you do not have a black person's hair, and you do not have a black person's features. I said, oh, really? She said, yes. I said, okay, teacher, you do not have a brain. Oh, really? Yes, because I don't see it, I don't see you use it, and I'm fairly certain you don't have one. So therefore, I'm not black, and you are stupid. We are even. Have a nice day. Yeah, I didn't think you could get a grade lower than an F, but I did, so congratulations to me. I never was really a bad kid, though. I never was. I never had to get punished. The worst punishment for me was just people yelling at me, and that would make me cry, and I would change my ways and become better. I'm lying. Most of my punishment came from, not from people, but from like random occurrences. A good example would be, I used to be a Royal Ranger. Got my gold medal achievement. Yes. Right? Yeah, throw that, rep that. Yeah, I got my gold medal. I'm the bomb. Well, we would have campouts. So when you set up your campsite, you have the tents, and then you have the twine going all the way around. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put orange ribbons on the twine in order for people to see the twine that is around the camp. Well, this whole time, I decided not to set up any of this stuff. It was my job to set up the orange ribbons. That was me. I was supposed to do that. And at night, we play hide and go seek. So I'm running as fast as I can back to home base in the camp. The twine catches my mouth, right across here. Cuts right on in, I flip around it, land on the ground, and I'm out. Completely out. And I wake up to this light shining right in my face, and it says, get up. Jesus, I'm like 8. I don't think it's my time yet, God. I didn't even get to tag base yet. Are you taking me? And I heard it again, get up. What are you doing on the ground? I'm like, Jesus, I don't know where I am. Is there a door to get through this light that I need to get to? What is going on? I don't want to go. And slowly the light gets brighter, and it was my commander saying, get up, you're dumb. You just ran into a rope. What are you doing on the ground? I'm like, well, that's what happens when you flip over if you land on the ground. Ah, geez, I'm such a smart mouth. It's so bad. It's Halloween, though. It is Halloween. Scary, scary time. Scary time. I've always been afraid of the dark. Always. Ever since I was little, I have to sleep with a light on. If I don't have a light on, I can't sleep. So there are times at night where I fall asleep, the light is on, I wake up and the light is off. So therefore, I must defend myself. There's a set of defenses that I go through, probably about 3 or 4, I can't remember which number it is. I'm not very good at counting, math isn't my stronghold. Stop, quit judging me. So, the first one would be to just retreat beneath my covers, because to a 6-year-old, that is impenetrable Kevlar. Nothing can get through that. Then I slowly realized, obviously something can get through this, it's just like wool or cotton, like anything can get through this. So my next defense is, since I sleep in the room with my little brother, he's on the other side, I get as quiet as possible because he snores. So therefore, whatever it is in the room will go over and gobble him up, not be hungry anymore, and leave happy. I realized that doesn't work either because he would more than likely be just a light snack. He's very small. So the last thing would be just to yell at the top of my lungs for my parents. And that was usually greeted by, what are you doing? Go to sleep. No help there. So the final thing that I had to do is I had to get up and I had to flick on the light, and the moment you cut the light on, everything in the room changes. That thing you saw in the corner that you thought was Bigfoot, that was actually your dresser. The thing in the other corner that you thought was a Loch Ness Monster, that was your bookshelf. And that creepy guy in the corner with a gun, that was your dad. So it's all like that. It's all like that. See, for some reason, my dad has a fascination with guns, where when you have a gun, you have the power. That's just how things go with him. So, there was one night where we heard something outside in the woods, and we looked and we thought it was this big black bear. So there's this black bear outside. I just bought this airsoft gun, and I just loaded it, so I took it like, Dad, it's time. Like, it's time to put the metal where the money is. My dad's like, what? Put the metal where the money is, you know what I'm saying? Put your money where your mouth is? Yeah, that too, let's go. So So we go outside, he gets the flashlight, and we had a semi-truck. So at the front of the truck, everything was well lit, but at the back of the truck, it was like this wall of darkness just right there. So my dad says, hey Nate, see that wall of darkness? I'm thinking the next sentence will be, I'll go this way since I am the dad. You take the front. No, you, Nate, go to the wall of darkness. Check it out. See what you see. So he goes around front with a flashlight. It's about 25 feet away from me. I go around to this side, and the moment I step over, I hear, and I freeze, and I just point the gun in that direction. And I'm like, Dad! Shine the light over here, please. I'm gonna need it. And the moment he shines the light over, this big black bear is there. And then my mind kicks in, it's a Labrador Retriever. So I'm pulling the trigger as much as I can, and I realize that there's nothing coming out of the gun. Nothing whatsoever. I look in the bottom, the dog has run off, and there's no clip in there. So the clip I loaded, I left on my bed. So I'm like, Dad, I didn't have a loaded gun. What would you have done if this had happened? He said, shoo, I would have ran straight for the door. You got, somebody old enough has to collect his insurance. Love you too, Dad. Love you too. So to cap things off, I usually like to play with people's emotions. It's a pretty serious story, just to let you know a little bit about who I am. I used to horseback ride when I was younger. I was out with some friends, we're riding along, and everything's going fine. Completely okay. I don't understand why you guys are smiling at this point. It doesn't make sense to me why you're smiling. Riding the horse, and then the horse starts to buck. And then buck out of control. I'm then thrown off of the horse. See, why are you laughing in the back? I don't understand. Where is this funny? I'm thrown off a horse.